Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today we are back with a new cool product from Dreo, their newest big tower misting fan 765S, and also its smaller brother here, which also delivers quite nice mist on the desk. But that's not everything, because we also compare those two products with a competitor, and as always, such a product journey starts with a box.
These misting fans aren't just regular fans, they are a combination of a humidifier and a fan, or at least that's the case for the Dreos. The Shark is a different kind of beast, so more to that later. What's great about them is that you can actually control the humidity level, and because of that, the fine mist they produced, the cooling effect is supposed to be noticeable stronger too. And this isn't just some basic water spraying setup where water gets injected into the air and spread around. It works with ultrasonic technology, just like a standard humidifier, but with a built-in fan. And in today's video, I want to put them to a test. Can they actually deliver the cooling performance they promise? Because I already have air conditioning at home, so the real question is this actually a viable solution or alternative? How well do they work? And to make this a proper comparison, I brought in the Shark FlexBreeze Pro Mist, a well-known name in the misting fan space. It's got some generally cool features like battery-powered, versatile and portable. But it uses classic misting technology, which means it's really designed just for outdoor use only, because that mist will simply make everything around it wet. Pretty cool at the pool, but not so cool in the living room. And that's where Dreo takes a fundamental different approach. Their turbo-cool systems use ultrasonic technology to produce mist particles as small as 17 micrometers, so fine that they evaporate before they ever land on the surface. So look at this. As you can see, totally dry, no spots, no drips, nothing. It's really insane. With a regular misting fan, you would be wiping your screen and your lenses off right now. With this, you never even know there was water involved. And it's not just about keeping your stuff dry and your room humidified. There's actually something else measurable happening here. Because of the increased humidity in the air, the cooling effect on your skin is real. We measured it. The surface temperature where the airflow combined with the mist hits you is generally lower. So it's not just a feeling, it's not just more comfortable room climate, your skin is actually cooler. That's the difference between moving air around and actually doing something with it. But now let's take a look at them in the field and let's get some humidity in our gaming room. So here we are in Steven's gaming room, and we've got some air conditioning here, and that's great for cooling, but what I can't do here is humidify. I can dehumidify, but not the other way around. The issue with newer builds is that in winter the air gets really dry fast. We're talking down to around 30% humidity. Ventilation from outside helps a bit sometimes, but often it's just better to actively add some moisture. It makes the whole room climate a lot more comfortable. And that's why I'm generally excited about those two devices from Dreo. So let's start with the tower fan here. And this is what it looks like. It's fairly tall, but doesn't take up much space since it's quite slim. You can control it in 4 different ways: via the touch panel on top, the remote control, the app, or, of course these days, via a voice assistant. And down at the bottom, there's a large water tank. Let me just pull that out. It just got a handle here, and as you can see, it's a pretty big tank with a max fill line on the back, so don't overfill it. And if you look inside, there's actually a light in there too, which is fully customizable. So RGB magic is happening. All right, let's switch it on and take a look. You can see the humidification directly on the device. No need to go through the app. If you hit the percentage button, you can set the target humidity. I will go ahead and set it to 50%, and you can also see the current humidity, which is sitting at around 37% right now. The recommended range is between 40 and 60%, so 50% is right in the sweet spot. As long as it's below the target, it will keep humidifying, and you can already see this super fine mist coming out. And that fine mist is thanks to the ultrasonic technology. The advantage is that it doesn't settle on your furniture and it's not blasting big water droplets into your electronics. It's an incredibly fine mist that gets absorbed well by the air. I will just let it run for a bit now, so you can also set it to oscillate, so it rotates in a circle, and airflow speed is adjustable directly on the device with the plus and minus buttons, and it has some serious power. Goes all the way up to level 12, where you can have a lot of power feelable. There's also a timer you can set right on the device, plus different modes like sleep mode, auto mode, and if you need full blast, also a turbo mode. So yeah, let's go. Now let's get to the smaller unit. This one's better suited for smaller rooms or just to put it direct on your desk. So if you don't have a AC, it's really nice to have it on your desk in the summer, I can imagine. I'm still dreaming about summer days these days. But back to the fan, it's quiet, humidifies well for smaller spaces that aren't as big as this room in a whole, and for the desk setup it's honestly ideal. It has of course a smaller water tank which you can pull out from the back. To fill it, you unscrew the cap and fill the container, then just slot it back in. And it also oscillates, which I really like. It sits cleanly on the desk and rotates on its base platform. Nice design from Dreo, and of course it also uses ultrasonic technology. For controls, you can use the remote, Alexa, the buttons on the device itself, or your smartphone. Especially if you're lying in bed and just want to switch it on, voice control is super convenient, believe me. But back to the big one. It's been running in the background for about 5 minutes now, and humidity has already climbed from 37 to 40% it seems, and that's a fairly large room. Even at the other end of the room you can already measure 40%. So for humidifying large spaces this is generally efficient. And as you can see, it has 4 outlet nozzles and puts out a solid amount of airflow. We also measured the wind speed. At the outlet we are getting close to 30 kilometers an hour with an average peak around 28 or so, which is insane. That's impressive. It's a bit more than the smaller unit of course, but it also has a larger outlet surface area, so overall much more air volume when you factor in the outlet size.
But where's the Shark, you ask? Yeah, it's here, in the office. Why? Because Steven didn't let me use it in his gaming room. And that's for a good reason, because this one, even if it is called a mist fan, we should establish a new category, because this isn't the same kind of mist those Dreos produce. This mist is more similar to the systems they have in restaurants, where in hot countries where they just want to cool down the crowd that is sitting in the garden or something like that. So those particles are not that small, and it's getting really wet when you're standing in front of that device. Not like with the Dreos, where you don't really feel anything wet, only just a cool breeze. So that's that. So it's not really recommended to use that thing indoor. I mean, it is intended for outdoor use, of course, because not only electricity doesn't like that kind of stuff, also your walls won't like that stuff, and so on and so on. But of course you can use it as a fan indoor all day long. There's nothing wrong there. And also this thing is really built for outdoor because it has a built-in battery, so you can not only use it as a standing desk outdoor. No, as you can see, we have a transformative model here, so we can transform that easily from a desk fan to a standing fan, and everything is cool and nice there. And you don't have to miss out on the misting function if you're using it standalone like this. You can just detach the tank from the base station and plug it in, and then you have a misting fan on the go. So this is some really cool device for the summer, if you ask me. So really nice thing. It's definitely another use case than the Dreos, because as said, outdoor, indoor for the Dreos. And a little design detail I love about the Shark, I would love to see in a Dreo, is how they handle the place for the remote. Because back there you see you have a magnetic place where this remote just snaps right into it. I mean, I think all of the Dreo fans, not completely sure at the moment, but I think most of the Dreo fans are all smart, so you can control them with an app, which is not possible here. But either way, I would love to see something like that on a Dreo in the future. Beside of that, this is a really powerful and versatile fan, but
a little bit different than the Dreos. So as said, a little bit more of bigger water particles and only for outdoor use, and Dreos really fine particles like humidifiers for indoor use, perfect. But beside of that, also a great piece of fan. A great piece of fan. But one question still remains, and that's how loud are they? So our room sits at around 50 decibel, as you can see, and at level 1 not one of those fans was hearable. It was just like there was silence in the room. Then in the mid settings and on the highest turbo mode or whatever they offer. To my surprise, all of them were really whisper quiet on level 1 when it came just to fan performance. But to my surprise, even on the lowest misting level, it was louder than the lowest fan level. So if you want to experience something cool in a completely quiet room, or at least that it feels like a quiet room, you have to stick to the own fan only mode. If you want to have that misting feel, attached to that experience, I'm afraid then you will have to live with a little bit of extra noise. And yeah, I also went a little bit nuts and wanted to measure the misting sound level of the Shark, but yeah, I wetted myself. And then only the app is missing on my little list of things I wanted to tell you. And that app, once again, great stuff here. Connecting the fan to it, super easy. Controlling with it, also super easy. You can really do everything right in the app. And if that's not enough, you can just connect it to your smart home system. It doesn't matter if it's Apple Home or Alexa. It's super easy. And then you even can control it via voice. And we tested a lot of Dreo devices in the last years, and this app always delivered, and it never felt like there is something not finished or ready to use. So also great experience with the app.
So, and that's about it from my side about the new Dreo misting fans. And if you want to find out more about the Dreos, just check out the description below. There you'll find all the information you need, and maybe also a discount code. I'm not sure at the moment. Just check out the discount code. Oh, I mean the description below. If you have more questions about the Dreos or just want to tell us what's going on in your life, just drop us a comment. If you like that video as much as I like the Dreo products overall, because they didn't disappoint with any of their products, at least I can't remember. Give the video a like, follow the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell button, because you know YouTube is doing its thing. You won't see stuff from us, so bell button. And I wish you a perfectly mist cool day, and I say bye bye.